boy we oni bomfa kwateketwa fie yesi bomfa kwateketwa hohoro ne nsa o TV so wa bodam wa hohoro wonsa wo de wonsa to binim wo bediewu hwe wo di tra. There are three things that you encounter in life. One nye bubuani a obebodam, one bodam a obewu. Sa nyoma miensa we. You these people you cannot escape it. So wo di atro. Ma catch them. Ebi wa dane Bible mu for. Da bibia nsesan yo. Wo di atro. Wo de weni to e di atro. Because of okotisa yaka na ya wo ya. Nyoma miensa ne tumi to asase so. Ida se obewu. Either say obebodam anase obeye bubuani na wogu dem na ye de wo ho ahwe etufo. Enti these three things that the Bible has quoted and said, you cannot run away from it. It does not matter oba huhuru nsa o, oba huhuru tuo, ubeko jail. And as nyoma miensa Bible aka no, you go through it. Enti ana mobo it funnies me. Say when somebody comes out speaking, making noise, now who pain and fear in their heart. That is what you are seeing. And anytime you're warning the young people, you sometimes might be following somebody who is scared. But because of onimse, eye ehuna dan sono, on to me, sebio akese 70, and 1 minute who know you are not done. Don't finish. You should not finish. Oh ronza going, bakwasia, oh start ronza. Nobody wash their hands. It is simple as that. And then we say MPP for Kwasi Afobi. Kevin Taylor Papa lose case. Mu the MPP for the mu Jimmy. Why na the crowd tabek say Kevin Taylor Papa lose case. Kakwasi na okase Kevin Taylor Papa lose case. Na ko the crowd tabek mu Jimmy. De bia me ka kire MPP supporters. Mu Jimmy amun kenkan ntina Kwasi Afobi ebu mu abesi nne. Enitina mu dun kran mu bi MPP for yesemo mo ye Kwasi Afo. Otifie da Kwasi bia ka je se me win case or court. Wan fa krata ankyerɛw wan kyerɛw case na wo wini ye no ne krata kyerɛ sɛ wo wini case ni na wagimi nti me ka kyerɛ MPP for me sɛ wo yi preko ɛne MPP ni a anka yi preko na hohoro no ho fa no to dem MPP ni a wagimi It hurts me to say this, but what Debiana I keep saying say there's nothing I can change about you MPP people because mo bebre no wagimi mo adwene wo fom mo nima de mo nkenkan. Enti mo kwasiye bi Kevin Taylor Papa lose case Kevin Taylor Papa lose case krata be the free court actually say Kevin Taylor Papa lose case because mo Jimmy because mo ni mo nyansa mo nko school enti on say oba Ghana mo MPP for no Ghana for bebre mbu mo omo hu say mo Jimmy mo adwene wo fom ade kitikiti bi de dada mo nyoman kiti ene de dada mo ma yesem ponche ma na me dwen say wo say Kevin Taylor Papa lose case na nka wo de krata aba Nanka mjin say oba no nanka oba o say oh Kevin Taylor Papa lose case oh in the case no lose no say na court say nanka krata ni kutaw no abe ready. So today when you file application for directions say just lose case mo Jimmy in kwasi afo we no mo tete say ye de eni jam kan say omo be use mo ache. When somebody files application for direction it has not been obi lose case enti ana mo no mo free ana mo ya mo abem toilet be mo mo ya ka so mo nko school a na mo bu ofu na mu didi ni patam ye didi otumfo atam on school amun konti on se de bia na madane nkwasiafo mu bi school amun konti de bia na madane nkwasiafo de bia na madane agimifo de bia na nkofo odi matam de bia na manfo ehu mu se sebio mo se toilet mu mmoa. The issue here is mum bia mu ni kakra na mon kenkan na mum busansam adeba ko edima MPP for titru sebio omo ya kamfo a sebio omo mu bi MPP for e ya santefo no Jimmy amude bebusa question keke oh bema yesi asem say no bebusa question baako eno ano no mum busa question ena mo life nya se toilet mumwa. This is Kev in bibia sesa yo me say bibia sesa de na mo yer mo nye ade na mo agyayi bibia ni hobiem mo nye me say results ne ba jail bomfa kwateketo abekọ bomfa kwateketo abetumi awe enchine wo wiase nyina obe spending a life for jail anajo under he knows bomfa you go to jail ubedem. It is a fact ubedem. You know it 119 rosu nyina say end to be sisa your fate has been decided. You end up in jail ubedem. A criminal case is on you. It does not matter the screaming. It does not matter the shitting you are shitting. It does not matter who their body ke kura fa onum e fa utrase ubedem. Bova ubedem your ignorant followers in the omomojimi one kasa ubedem you know. Inte eno na ema untumi nda when you had problems untumi pressure. Na me just said you starting unwie. Ben yo because you are not done. I decide who goes on and who stops. Oje say omo amote Ghana ehwe no magimi enyansafo no mo Ghana no. Na me dwen say wo say oh bomfa ubedem. Erade me rekra ho. Ubedem Jack. Mo me enye show bomfa bedem. Bomfa iyoko. And my main story way. This young man Nidin Ede Daniel Ansa a man for friend Abeku or a criminal. And maybe can ask some work at Ghana for say. You see, maybe sometimes Jandam. They may catch say answer will be Casano. Tie nipano ni history answer na we tie ni kasa. And intina bomfa ko teketwa hesi a ontuminda. Ohoro ne nsa dabi odon sa bomojam Bible ne say. So udi atra 3 things ube bodam ube bubuafo anasa de ube den ubewu. Sa nyoma miensa you cannot bypass it. So udi atra. Boy we your friend Abeku or a galamse we a criminal and I'm telling the IGP. Sure. So woko Asaman Tamfo a Krobia or Eastern region. Me who on nam social media akotie sika ma kotiketwa onfa nkoye ni kote surgery akotie sika ma kotiketwa beka sede me say sika na ode man no man bi nkan no onfa nkoye surgery na be ma nya tenten ma me dwudwam boy we onye NDC ni bia obibia oye oye criminal oye galamse or sensase e wo eye Asamantamfo. It's a town in the eastern region. And you see boy we this is how the story started. The current DC, you know, what happened in 2023. Now probably a cast match and I will say a bonfa kwa tiketwa. And a bonfa kwa tiketwa and brebo so a copra so a Chinese for although yes so umbra court mayor witness in the one kwasia wa kwa jisika tifie. Mumbusan say then a court Chinese for say or yeah galam say wa court Chinese for I didn't afraid the court 11 times. Circuit court takradi 11 times. I didn't know one court to uncle witness kekeni anti Chinese for ngum wanko. Bonfa kwa tiketwa kwasia kromfo onka no growe jandam ni we ni mu fi we. Ono kakre bi na okekan kwase asem ma me dwudwam wey your friend Abeku ni dian kasa de Daniel Ansa oba eye den Asamantamfo ya wey oye galamse chen obia ma me kire wade de esi wo ho. And last night I spoke on it and onam no ojimi no ho me say ye be che no e de na hyem because galamse fight na it is white guy wey on se bi bo video wo ha na ogina sa sibi so a or threaten Mami Bia. In that video, no, na on NADMO coordinator, NPP NADMO coordinator. So video na me boy na catch NADMO coordinator and say, DC, you know, obe chireno say, or no so, obe jumana e diamano video way. I'm going to share it, then I'll explain something to you. Boy, convoy this particular video. Come out. Mrs. No, before that, let's go back a little bit. I'm in shower there. Mokai said in 2023, a year this same Asamantamfo a ho ena omoko to obi wo hobokai ahemfu bi no mu she chire omu wura kuroma no mu botuo bokai sa video no e wo boy we oni ni group omu nana omu she sa de nchi boy we this video. Hey.
What's that caliber? Hey, what's in? Hey, what's in? Oracle, sit down. Oracle, sit down. Sit down. Oh, come in.
Oh, Debbie, I'll go. Call your boys. Call your boys.
Look at video we. Sa boy we in a group. Beba, I'm find the picture number. Or see there Onya Galamsey. This boy, Abeku. Oba eye asama tamfoya on in the group. Omuna omoya Galamsey. Now make sure you see it. Last me my story in the background of the story. Okutaka be say I or your NDC ni kwasi na your NDC no Galamsey ni amenka. Ukuta NDC card into your Galamsey na me betena ha ma menka say oya Galamsey. Na jimi wa nimu tutu we abegina say ai hwe me card ekuta me NDC ni kwasi a chema won't be so MPP ni no ya Galamsey. Into so your NDC ni na oya Galamsey ntia. It me betena me show so ma menka na. Is that your justification? Is that your reason to say me NDC ni me nya Galamsey? Ma me show bibia what they are trying to do or town we mu. Now, boy, we on in the group. Omaya Galamsey ukronumwa in 2023. At a point, now a company called Astra Gold. Omo concession was acronym. Now Astra Gold, they are doing legitimate mining. In fact, they are not destroying the environment. They are, in fact, they were doing the right thing. They wanted to have a collaboration with the town. Send beya a chromo on quarano, any a chromo mano, they will benefit from mining no yeno hono. Into Astra Gold for no, they were open for discussion to make sure say a jumebia omo yeno eding a Samantha fueno. The people are what are involved. Into 2023, no, what happened was a chromo for quarana any young man in Penifonica say, omo person eti Galamsey tax force. Because the community mining eba krubo. Mamin chow yeko. Boy we were krom for. And almost started community mining. Now community mining started, they needed somebody to lead the charge. Into the youth in that town, and electi a brand tibia no ye NDC chairman, your friend Ernest. Or no current DC. Now Ernest, he was leading the charge to make sure say Astro mine for no. Sanko for mudino. A chromo for na benefit. He negotiated even with the mine to make sure that 50% of a chromo one saseno, the mine will do what? Will relinquish it. Will give it to a chromo for no. Send a chromo for to my responsible mining, which is called a community mining. Ernest was the one leading. Now, Ernest did nimuno. And during that time, the Ernest did everything to make sure say the rules are followed. And the omuye no kromo ni nyina no mining no the legitimate mining. Now later no Ernest was too difficult for the people no mo person omuye Galamsey okromo including this guy Abeku. So what they did was that they did everything possible and omuyi Ernest free so as the leader of the community the tax force no mo to help the community mining. What they did was that because Ernest na oye NDC or we NDC for chairman okromo no omo ye bibia no ni ekromo for ahemfo ni bi omo chenchen no den ni free and omo de omo anipa be share ho. Now omo ye sawie no they were not thinking say election betuma asesa ema NDC aba power and afofia antoata and election is saye. Election is saye no and the NDC government made Ernest the DC their biggest horror movie, and I say their biggest worry today is now the DC of Ede as Samantha Mfoe. So now they have a problem. Inti uko kromo ni bia nipa bi anom ye NPP for anom ye galano, they decided to launch an attack on the new DC because they know say Ernest was not going to give them room. Time na opposition krampo na oya task force o lead in Korano anti-galamsey task force no. He did not allow them to do it. Into the moment of DC, now they started cooking into every single day. Obele boy we say Ernest day, Ernest galamsey, but he has not been able to show one galamsey site Ernest dia. In fact, there's a galamsey site no original video or say Ernest dia, and you no angasa the boss dia. See, so what they try to do is say they use some people in the town and then they started taking this NS guy on. You didn't make a court, you be frustrating, you be making sure say you be pressurizing him abine yinefruo. Their biggest problem say NS DC and he is not going to allow them to do the galamsey. It is okay me bo video which show na on a NPP NADBO coordinator. Ana akwawe threaten abrewabi ana on NADBO coordinator no edi nkomoka se obema DC no problems. This guy, that's the video.
Let's come out with a funny driver. I'm on 1 city. Never connect us in here. Yeah, I'm in here. Me, Sama Wuti, aka Abeku Santana. So this is every
single person watch. Yeah, Omo MPP for Omo Hemo NDC for. I am telling you on authority. NPP as a political party, they watch my platform than NDC for, and it's a fact. Even in opposition. Time na NDC opposition na MPP for more power na omo hwe me chen eye omo ankasa TV because and the MPP ni onko hwe wuntumi TV e de na ho ejimi for de go MPP ni onko hwe asase onimsa asase de omo ye ono ejandam e gabi o kire da ko MPP ni okọ hi Peace FM onimsa de ekọ so e concert kwam se fa kan ni ho omo maka nyina so concert na omo ye MPP ni ko hwe de UTV ade bia ni ho MPP ni open news no open no kura no MPP ni person who said the party bet about power beam oni say Kevin Taylor won kwan dey heading. So this is where they watch. They have no option. And you see, the good thing about this platform, and I say, till date, nobody has been able to come out to discredit this platform with any fact. Nobody. Insinuation you can insinuate. You can create your own imaginations and believe in it. And that is what MPP does more. The only say, I'm create your belief. But I'm believing in that thing. So they can sit home and say, let's create a WhatsApp chat. Where the AGD, because I'm Jimmy. That is the MPP for you. They create their own lies, they believe in their own lies, and they feel comfortable in their lies. The moment you try to open up the real truth to them, no more. The MPP executives, on YouTube channel, on YouTube account, they are all watching me. NPP communication, Rachel, I decide how things should be done when it comes to the media. And it's a matter, me say, from what we are seeing, there are so many of the media houses in Ghana, we need to shut them down. They are just taking space. Mamika bi binchamo Ghana for. There are so many people in Ghana, MPP for, they just dislike me, they hate me. It's out of jealousy. Omu yema anka me kasama omo. Anka mi okusie. Omu yema anka dia me no anka mi protect omo krono, but I'm not going to do it. The hate they have for me is because I worked so hard with my team and you yourself to kick them out of power. And they know as far as I am here, there's no platform that can dissolve this platform because the credibility I have. All the records are there. Go back. Technology, you cannot find one tape that can contradict my statement today. It shows the consistency and the honesty on this platform. Me say, technology, you can go back. You cannot get even one tape that can contradict what I say today. Because the MPP will never come back to power again. In 42 years, they can never. And every time I say this, as far as I live, you people will never come back to power. I didn't know about power. What the power are you? I'm asking you, you MPP pigs, What are you using power for? More the power to me, more the yeding. And then I'm with it to me, ne, more the bayeding. Yemfa to me, yemfa governance ain't seeing it. Ain't Ghana, and you already said, the governance be seeing it. Into mupet to me, more the yeding. You are not going to get it. And it's now, my dream will say, oh, let us break Kevin Taylor's platform, then we can get to Mahama. I'm here. I am here to protect the NDC, and not just Mahama. I am here to protect a good government and a good political party. And as far as I am here, you cannot bypass me and go and destroy the NDC. I am here. I don't need any appointment, any money from the NDC. My job here is to stop you pigs. And I'm not going. I will make sure I keep you people up. Because you the 2 me mawa mudi dibone mukunipa. Enkwasiafo MPP for muku JB Danko ebesin ne mumbo JB Danko din enkwasiafo ma. Moku Jonkuma yaya enkwasiafo ma. Enyanya nchirefo ejimifo ma. Moku Jonkuma yaya obi papa kwasiafo moku no. Nipa 8 mu bomu to election time enkwasiafo yentam to me mamo na mo for 2 me nya den. Enkwasiafo yentam to me ni mamo na mo for 2 me nya den. Na mo for 2 me koku otumfo kwasiafo mo for 2 me koku ahuna hene ana mo for koku evantifo hene MPP for moa yentam to me mamo ne yentam to me mamo chena enti mungu party no eya makuma Kevin Taylor we dey tano untumi ye foko me jinam and me jinam wache and every single step be a me to be so I'll move Ghanaians with me. I'll use the facts enti me ko baby o ana mu refi mo ho catch them. You are going to be in opposition for 42 years and it is a command my bodua na me chena pato so sa snap na me de baba Ghana betu me nhia na da ho obi antu fa nsanka eya me na me kasa ana obi a me ba asantimemu na me begina bantama seat so se me pe MP dia nipo betume win against me with just 3 votes or 2 4 why na e be ma ofie
They're going. We are ready.
Live.
So all the members of NPP, all the elders of NPP, they should come and see us
before
at Wager.
Yes.
So we are ready to die for the party.
Live.
Coming back 2016. Live.
Boys where are these boys? Party about power we way. Sana MPP for you soon call for Jimmy. And then where more where are they? Where are these fools? This is what the MPP is good at. They always come in and they kill. They always come in, they slaughter young people. They always come in, they dupe Ghanaians. They always come in, na Bible show me chinomo what's the kind. Intimo petu mi mo de yedeng. Ana me busam say, ayana mo petu mi na ana mo de yedeng. Ana to me no mo ntumi nche de mo pesa mo de to me ne ye. Ya mamu to me 8 years ya. 8 years ya mamu to me ne atia na ye hwe mo. Kwasi afo mo ye kenke party, mo ye wache party, mo ye 11 party. Mo tena kroma di nkwasi asem 8 years ne ye hwe mo. E de ne ye kan ye. Mo tena kroma boni patu, mo petu mi mo de yedeng. And they all say in Kofo, etimitina TV so ekasa so mo tumi en confirm say mama MPP mbra power. They cannot make that statement. Etimi free mo no mumba. Why na betime be na no Ghana ka say mama MPP medi Ghana so. E kire MPP for nkwasiafo we na tumi kasa asem no. When independent minded human being or Ghana. What story abegina TV so na radio so ka say, you know something, please give the NPP another chance. When obi onim nyansa or Ghana waka bi da. From the time I move free power, have you people heard any intelligent Ghanaian will make a statement to say, oh, Mama NPP another chance? Ghana niya onim nyansa. The only people who are saying NPP needs power are the same people who foolishly 8 years, mo say chrono. 8 years, mo de Ghana say chrono. 8 years, mo de chrono, family and friends, nepotism. 8 years, mo disrespecti. Mo to me catch him for someone sorry to say nkwara. 8 years mutumi kwa una memu inso tumi fa nipa na nkwasiafo maka kire mo se ye awonafo ntoma muntinka mo ma na muju se refia na nkwasiafo 8 years ye hude mo ye nokrom ha enti mo petumi ne mo de yeden ye tia na motama kwa we bre se oye lawyer oye yemye ne president ne etikrom ha mo sa nkwasiafo we ya MPP for na ye te Ghana we were here ena mo ka kire se we oye lawyer onimnyansa Yentam Ghana mano ɛna motena TV so opanyina gye kum ne set mubu nkwasiabe ai nipa de oetia nkyesa na adwene yetia ɛna yɛse okay oetia ewom so oetia bom ebia na adwene nyetia nti yɛde ne ba kwasiafo mokotam akora we career day ɛna mo se Kufuor de lawyer ebesi nne nobody in the NPP onim nyansa has been able to provide a certificate of a Kufuor say or a legitimate lawyer in kwasiafo masa ba say yemfa de ba omia be di president na na mo ju se refiana. You are very despicable, dirty, filthy people. I know the intelligence of Ghanaians kakra. I know you say 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months. Ghana for bo fi bibia into your refi. Ni yewudi amuye yentia na mokofa mikimel ba jubi Flagstaff House. Kwasi ampenyi be gina ho because president ne ba no ono wanum wi ama na adwene say no na the seat of government. Yentia na mo betwa music video be ka the F word wom. Ni enti krom ha. Yanti kroma na mo enkwasiade amoye ne mo netia yanti kroma inti yanya dai yantam 2 million sanfama mo bodam ayana bibi yamutirim munim nyansa some more respect Ghanaians you will not even mount any stage or you not even make comment about Ghana politics and governance in the whole yatia na mkofa akwa we bae you told us yenyina ye money to me o etia dia na adwene nyetia mokofa kwasi ampenyi we ba betena Ghana so Rebecca Kufuor ne mba ebie company ena one ne mba ebie company ewie ska free ho owie na one Samira Baomia ekoji illegal salary yeti krom ha ye refi yanti kroma na gabi ochidako ne esankoma ejapade omukoji sika over $2 million as their consultant yanti kroma yanti na mokofa ejapade ba say Ghana egudie wa asase su nyina mo de koma abrofo aton ma mo ho UK na mo gisi ye refi ana enti ye refi we nyina na anya dan yema mo tumi kwasiafo yanti krom ha ena mo ka kire say COVID-19 Russia Ukraine war enti sika wa Ghana nyina asa ne yanti krom ha yanti kroma na mufa dollar free 3.8 and the call 17 in kwasiafo na yanti kroma ha. Somebody should come out and challenge me that whatever I am saying is a lie. Yanti kroma na muka so be 88 hospitals. Moba na mo say agenda 111 move free power 8 years. Na mo see one agenda 111 hospital in kwasiafo mu refi. Mu just say refi. Inti anya den yema mu tumi na mo fanya den. Yanti kroma ha. And I'm say one district one factory and district bia benya factory. Inti ye nyina ye ndi mochi Baomia Ekufuado eye Gabi Ochredako eye Oseche Mensa Bonsu eye de Kennedy Japan eye Brian Chapo enkwasiafo sala e be saye ye nti krom ha one district one factory and the factory ben and eye government there under one district one constituency 1 million. Where is the 1 million per constituency? 8 years na na muju say ye jimi ana no makofa career day dwarf we be kire say we de onimnyansa ye ti krom ha na mukase mo bie napco. And the Minoka say, one year plan or Ghana say, or you or Napco. Kwasiafo. You are foolish people. Munimunyansa. You think say you refia there easily. Come and tell me what I'm saying is a lie. Napco ni ba kumpoeng. Muhu fin motete Ghana. Munumu kankante aburochire. Moju say nyina ye Jimmy. Moju say omani echichire no. Ye the tribe na echichire. We are asking serious questions. Yanti kromha 52 billion. Ghana cedis, 52 billion cedis. Core Bank of Ghana, revenue, taxes, fought through the Ghana Commercial Bank, Naira. 52 billion. Kwasi avote is what to Ghana say, Yamamu to me, what to me yedeng. We are asking you people, what are you using the power for? Ye Jimmy, ye nimi answer. Yatihana mo hijack court. Yeti krona makache se Ghana for. Yekuta passport, yekuta birth certificate cry. We are not Ghanaians. In kwasiafo tisemo, that is what you told us. You told us to say yekuta Ghana passport, yekuta birth certificate. It does not even qualify us from being Ghanaians. In kwasiafo tisemo amona nanom kwatena bruchire twitwa brofo toilets. Amko yen kwasi adwuma sa ba ka mambo am yanchire Ghana. Mo ka kire say we were not Ghanaians. You people think we have forgotten all these things? You people think say ye yankwasiafo. Inti we ye refi, inti anya den. Inti anya den. Yen sorry anya den. Yema MPP mbra power na mombe ye den. One constituency, one dam ba kumpo Ghana. Yatia, I even forgot. Yatia, obiko jina epo ano se obi epo. Nkwasiafo. Are we not? You know the same people na ni omote wo Ghana. Yentie na Professor Frimpong Boateng e the report be kire say eye galamsey. Omomugu eye Flagstaff House, Lord Comey, Kojo Ponkroma, Chairman Wuntumi, Kate Jemfu, National Women's Organizer. Yababo Gabi Ochirakumo, Ediwo report him say, Monchi Omo Yagalam say, Kwasi afo de na moye, de na mokatre. Inti, anti, ye remfi we nyina. Ni anya den. Na, inti bebetina ha, me say MPP mbra power. Ana mo bodam. Ayana mu nimu nyansa. Debia me catch them say, Ayana mu say refi, ye be kai Ghana for every day. Ye nyandu hompo. We will remind the people the pain and what they share makumem. Yentu kroma. You people went to see one regional hospital for 8 years. Mubo besia che ababi wa Ghana for 8 solid years. You people could not build one regional hospital. Yet Tiana mutam $58 to $60 million. Mude kotu amena se cathedral. Kwasi afo. Mutu amena. Do you know what $60 million can do? Do you fools, MPP pigs? Do you know what $60 million? There is a reason why we insult people like you. Mutam $60 million etu amena nda ho. Inyan inti anya den. Yenja de ne anya muden. Ne yama mutumi. Tumi amode ya den. Mode ba be chichire den. These are the things we will remind you people every single day about. These are things that we will never forget. These are things that every day we will remind you and let Ghanaians know the kind of piglets you people are. Moju say refi, etin ka mobana mbetieti ma na 2 days ya no, yes MPP. Mo bodam. Ye bedi matama church mase. Ama Ghana for nyina hu the way and how we have to treat you people. We are not done. Yeti krom ha and Alesta Matthias, Al Jazeera for your documentary. Eka chere se Nanado Dankwa Kufuado. He is involved in gold smuggling. Alesta Matthias, Yatiane Kufuado kwa champagne you catch say or tro letter akusiu Al Jazeera. Yati ha. Ekufuado ko court no. Nanado Dankwa Kufuado, did he go to court? Didn't Kroma. Alesta Matthias, Gold Mafia, Al Jazeera for a documentary on the president of the state. Nane Kufuado, and that. Into you people have no moral right to even discuss Ghana politics. Nane Kufuado wanko court no. I don't know wanko court no. Al Jazeera for a retract no. Why didn't he go to court? He didn't go to court because you people think say you're refi. You people are born ingrate, dirty criminals. You are filthy criminals. Ingrate. Mumbu Ghana for. Inti mujin say 2 days near refi. Na makoka assembly into your refi problems. Your refi you. Or yawa mode Ghana for femu. Or yawa mode Mahama a Ghana for femu. Ana mujin say Andre chia refi. Ana mujin say Andre yankai inti mosi yanyamu deng. Anytime mutum betna social media mutum bioma non kase Ghana for ntuma MPP because Ghana for nyankwasiafo. Still I know you're nkwasiafo or Ghana, but Ghana for in general they are not stupid. And we are going to take our time and remind Ghanaians as we move along. Every single step we take as a nation, we will remind you Ghana for. We let Ghanaians know the kind of people you are. Every for, asansa for. Anka yame ni anya dia, anka kwa we vice president. Yame ni anya di ukrum ha. Anka kwa we kobidi vice president. Yame ni anya ding as a nation. Say yama ya adwene amba fie. Na say yanka ye hwambom and take decisions andwene anka kwasi ampa you will be the vice president. How? Why should this happen? In summer and the year in Ghana, the Edian exposes the things we are discovering. Edubuahin, any air sky train, any the eba, in Tinkabayan Sanka Sanyuma when I was going to go on. Sankabayan San. Nyoma and the year discover Kronoa ya boye, Sika ye ria. Any Bank of Ghana, Kronomo boye and the MPP, Sankayan Tuabentia MPP, and I wouldn't have been able to discover any of these things. In the Sobibetina TV, so say, Mekasama MPP, or ya boa. Because on what basis are you speaking for the NPP? On what grounds are you speaking for the NPP? Into then I'll say, yeah, yes, and come to me, the same people are now. Should we lift and take and hand over power to the same people who did these things to us? It's in Kebetna, near Kacha Ghana for saying, Mamon Toma Jomahama Bium, Mamon Toma NDC, near power Mahuanamo, Yame Yanka Clown way, Jimmy Way, and Kobedi vice president. This is what I mean by we are not going anywhere. This is what I mean, but we are going to be here for 42 years and make sure we keep you out of power. Yet Ghana, ɛna mobile power mokɔta mo 2 say tutu motam ne te sɛ chale wote motam mo 2 say chale ɛna mo ne kɔ boankra ɛbɛsi nnɛ mo anto block back kɔ boankra de bia mo sɔre na mo di asantefo di nkwasi asɛm ɛna asantefo na ma yɛtumi ɛna party ne deɛ so ɛna asantefo mo titi asantefo sɛ moa because mo study asantefo hu sɛ ɔmo mu bia gimi ba yenye nyina na yɛgimi ɛwɔ sɛ mo tia sɛ nya asantefo nkɔ na betuma ma MPP aba power ɛyɛ Ghana fo otumfo kro yɛ tumfo mu bu nanim tia tam ne sɛ esi ka mo sɛ chale ɛde ne kɔ boankra sɛ mo kotwa sword boankra inland port na wɛn moa enti ka me betena ha mema me refi we nyina na menya den na menka se MPP Bawumia Kennedy Japan wan Brian Champon na mombeye den yenya sa mistake ni biemu senka yansesa aba ansesa yensa anka Kenufurata da ho ya finance minister anka he will still be in Ghana, he will still be in the Flagstaff house pulling strings. Do you know that? Anamurefi senka yansesa bemu sanka yampam nkofo we anka Kenufurata da ho te Ghana as a minister. Do you know the danger that we have been able to prevent? Yeah, Jimmy Kurado, we should not allow that danger close to us again. We need to do everything possible to stop that danger. Nyoma ebe sisi amunyante ye no. Se motimu ba kwa MPP for mu mo onkamo be hye omo. These are dangerous demons. These are devilish people. These are people who don't care about Ghanaians. Keno Foriata senka power ansesa de ekosu nyina na nka munnim ba kumpo anka oda ho te Ghana eda ho ye minister of state. Mahamudu Bawumia beka che se Paulugu Dam almost spending over $15 million. Paulugu Dam no way. Onji sika nkonko ye de dam wo ni krom ema ni krom fo sremfo. Mahamudu Bawumia Paulugu Dam no, where is the dam? And all these things I'm saying, ultimately one MPP communicator to come and say I am lying. These are facts. Over $11 million. Bawumia Jesus can so koye dam no way. One district, one dam. Sirem wanya ba kumpo, one dam. And then Kwasi Afwabejina say we should look at the NPP. Look at the NPP for DN. Ah? Ibu samo internally de bambusam say mo pese ye de yenya den yama mutumi na mo fanya den. Who is intelligent in the NPP? More hono nipa fufuro bi na eba na. Are you people bringing some new crop of people or the same people we know? Ye pese hu more some new group of people be amodeba, and I say the same people we know, because if the same people we know, the things I am listing today are what are the things they did. Now, moment kwe ni namjija bibi munchira mo. Dede anko for no Ghana MPP 48 eye dede. Okay? And the Manoka say inflation in less than 6 months. John Mahama the president for 5 months. May 2025 inflation drops to 18.4 from 21.2 in April. Ababedru 18.4, lowest rate since March 2022. Since 2022, Bawumia also a economic waste kid. Bodam Nibianam Ghana also an economist. And the Bodam Nibianam Ghana also a professor. Bodam Nibianam Ghana also a politician. Bawumia or economist. In 2022, and Mahamudu Bawumia tena Ghana went to make move inflation number below a year 20. Mahamudu Bawumia MPP for nyina move inflation to 57. Yeka inflation send your nyoma boa ding. And the John Mahama be president 5 months. We move from 57 at the Ababedru 18.4. 18.4. Just a nyoma boa edin atiaba form. And it is going to show. It is showing. This is what we call governance. This is what we call governance. Governance that comes with results. And that is what we believe in. That is what we want to protect. But when we are saying on economics, we are saying, "Can Japan put on school papa bia?" Why be? Why the name answer when people will be to my side way? None of these guys. None of these fools, economic management team, FX committee, still the dollar was at 17. Fuel, move free power, now and the top petrol close to 16. Why should we today be sitting here and entertaining the MPP? Why should we be sitting here and entertaining a party that is like Pinocchio? Every single statement they make, These are criminals. This is the NDC, and this is what we voted for. What you say, for? You think say we Ghanaians are stupid? What you say, What you say we don't look at other countries how they are developing? You think the Ghana of where Jimmy say every day they will sit in Jandam, propaganda, tribalism. Ghanaians are beyond. We are above Jandam. We are above tribalism. We are above tribal politics. Ghanaians are looking for results, and that is what the NDC is giving the people. It is not about how you feel. How you feel about me is your problem. You don't like me because I don't speak good about your party. It is because you don't have any facts to do what? To tell the people that what I'm saying is a lie. Ever since there, none of the piglets have been able to bring one document to challenge anything I put on air. Why? It is because omo party no yemfa no kure entina party ni. The President of the Republic, John Dramani Mahama Kasa, Osi oral uncovers 33 corruption cases against past appointees. 33 cases, President Akasa Osi they are ready for prosecution. 33 cases, Mr. President of the Republic, President Mahama Eba Power, or any campaign or opposition, Osi, or better be a friend oral. Omo no mba hwehwehwe nyomem no mu se kronu bia ba ombefo de nyoma de ama the Attorney General and Yoko for them to officially take over and investigate say sebio ade no mo kan no kure wom. And the president then say eye MPP aban omo mo bebu ye fa so wi ayesika no omo nya cases 33, and those 33 cases are ready for the Attorney General to prosecute. Kwasi ebi ntina nka say we de yaba power na we power da ben. And they are going to prosecute all these people. They are going to make sure all these people go to jail. They are going to make sure that party no boni amudi these people na asiedi ketia can't say me. People are hiding behind party to say yabo krono ajaye. It does not work like that again. Time at times we need power. Okfuriata ekofa obutan deal ba ya obebu senate for efaso. JJ Rollins catch at times say onchi ofuriata ntum. I have done that story here. Forensic audit was done on Obutan deal now. Kenofuriata Elio Senate stole over 500 million, almost 5 billion in 2009. Ken Ofuriata areas askano. And JJ Rollins catch Atamon say, Chesakwani. Forensic audit came out to say Kenofuriata has defrauded Ghanaians. Senate na a pension for sika. Kenofuriata ekreti edian ghost company and on it Senate for Ekoye club a partnership and Rias Kanina and Akwasiam Penywe at a mills father for all Uja Ofuriata Manekosha Bruchri. And ye tikrom ha and Ofuriata coin or Kodaneno and a kosha white shirt and or Sabaye or Bayano and a ye Jiminti and people in Kwasia for you say ye Jiminti almost and white shirt and or Sabaye and or Befinisi totally. And John Mahama ba na say Muamodi Boneno, we are actually going after you. I will say, this is witch hunting. What but damn person fighting witch hunting? I go to court. You want to hide behind party and protect criminals? That is not going to happen in Ghana. Into the I'm sorry, yes, about power, you better say, into you think that is a deterrent. Send a government, any abiding to me the omoye. One I must say John Mahama to me take action. You will see your smoothness level. 33 cases are ready for prosecution, and people are going to rot and die in jail. Majority of you, the NPP appointees, but it is coming. You people are criminals. Just say, what the NPP doesn't like, and they say, oh, enye free, say, and free or more. That is the mentality of the NPP. And typical Asantini Kakra or NPP, that is Adjune Danitrim. Say, yani dia also be atiasie. Now say, other view dia, nobody should understand. And the old tataye. Me John Magana for whom I was said John Mahama NDC for 33 cases way, they need to prosecute every single one of them. So 4 years John Mahama to me and prosecuting you now. You better demonstration by John Mahama sat so every year in 8 years. Yes. We got what bottom. Me say 33 cases we will make sure every single one of them is prosecuted. or it's dealt with. So John Mahama we 33 way in 4 years. You better you wegu krum. You better demonstration. You better force Ghana for nyina democratically. Ya sa force John Mahama manatena so ya finish case no. The also ntia no onko menhia. Ana mo say ekro no nipa bi dia. Mobo kro no anoma kwahye politics echi. Oh, me dem MPP ni na obi tumi tena TV so say adana Iyoku question chairman wontumi. Na chairman wontumi aboa we o chen hwan. Idea ni nyina say they have ganged up. They want to do na omo de ensama to DC ni so say na be ya ye be DC no we start your galam say no. But the NS guy now we DC no onya akora. When you go to the town, omo ankasa sa abekue ene the galam say for the omo afegem omo ni.
Good morning. Boko yabaya nyabone. Aye bla abeku. Na tete se waya onema bebre that the person who enema ne ayakaya dia or the work from.
That's no fairness or be some fast. Maybe the grace. Me mama, if I live here in Chia, me mama, the girl full one class, no more together. I couldn't have said more, me mama, moved to go with Suma. I was in a different now, but baby, but not as much as you have a big water. I need to go in. If you feel Suma, and you're not get the movie. The power, you mama, was not I did want to walk. That's my first, I love good. I think the Bobby Bashir, I think it's not the people have no idea in a pie. No, I know it's a bunch of body, you my enemy. Yes, I announced the honor. Maybe a filling station will not know yet. It's the demand for for ya, I will be I'm so sorry. Then you try a fast man or dear sit down. Our dorsal, our dear portrait from over. Yenny red and so you now a fast about. I will be as a kind of the account with me, you should be ready see your door on one for the funny but that's now on. And you know, any point, it will be a year. And if I started only from blocks in Kuguni, this also no, this is a sample now behind to see a case is for there. Hey, we are not going to be out behind your mind. And I'll see you. The blocks money of Kugu was a pet, and I'm able to say, a yenedia, or in Nana answers, he said, it's no Emma, the normal on between your phone and the warning, some mammy, my hobby. To be here complaining most no him, no him too. See, Uncle Shay, baby, as I said, it was a half for the most or he for it's your coy. Uncle Shay, a quiet pound, you know what's happening. Your question, I mean, I'm so much. A big or here, money langa the 4 bulls, no, he mean me. A friendly bank, I'm never quiet. Young company. Oh, go Ben, a pass a ben on for the threat benefit a ben, Lissy. Now, Ben, so yet, Nana smile the card yet. Now, on your hero face in this video, the end, you knew any. On the poor no, I know some kids what, your bows, no passing or the essential police station. I don't see what you're watching. Chevino, you share nature in nature as someone on to me, found one and then I'm catching me. I'm going to catch on him and say, that is idea. But they call police station. So I can make a day from my side. I don't know, Mamma. Now the police station. The police station was not only friends and from Queen. I'm the Queen. I'm the Queen. Commander Nankasa, Yin and ye. Don't say it's me. On the number of the hosting for ya. It's in the point I'm catching an commander. So the other two are happening behind. But it's you bring your beer investigation, and I'm saying, Commander, may you be. It's in the Quan Castle. Sanse wo bi slow sa abeku ne ansa saseku no. Obi slow. Iti kwa na mkunya akole bi. Na o se se ma àngry se wo pok cafe so machine ba ba. Won so mo fie ni ben wa plot na. Ye be catch. They are sharp now. It is a papa hold the machine in Papa. And to come back and small kind of say, oh, we invite him now here for a phone. A boy and pan. What you call phoning now? Nico was drinking now, the Apocalypse. I didn't afraid of saying, a fasting in the bush and fast. We try for in a macola. Oh, yeah, my mamma, you call that. So people so quick and say, and now. As I say, we can't all on the camera. Oh, yes, I want some Ramani, some man in Mahona before all man, and Langard for this good show. The tissue will come my VIP. If you're never not to be earlier, I mean to me, I'm thinking for baby. If you're not something, a man in Gami Muffle tossing me, you know, I won't come with fast water and it. The Danama bread is a near bra. What a war bear, in Tiania Timami. What's the idea of being an anati? It's not a cocoa you were feeling.
Adi abeku no ɔte krom ha ɔyɛ no. Abeku no nam na ɔse de ɔyɛ NDC ni okuta NDC card. Udi metuma bo videos 50. Udi de ɔde yɛ krom fo. Mo pa mo kɔ krom hɔ nkɔ NDC. Boy wey ɔyɛ kromfo. Ɛni ntina ɔde gidigidi mirika ɔse o ɔkɔma kromfo aka na asɛm ama no. This boy is a criminal. Wey ɔyɛ wi a ɔse akyi ni hyɛm. Hwɛ the NS guy na ɔyɛ DC no. At a point or confront or more galamsey site. Ekachom so oni bibi. Adena moye no kroma nenye. This is the same guy where DCU or confront abekuni ne kofwa or moye galamsey. And abekuni said ye okuta NDC card no NDC ni. Unim de abekwa ye okromo. Abeku was ye jailing be 30 years. This is what NS did. He confronted them. DC no or confront or more. Let me show you. Kwasi afu na mudi omochi.
So when we say we buy Juma, and for me, NS could have I wouldn't say I don't that's what take pictures. Take pictures. That's all. They're here on the Yanko. Take pictures. Let's take Abeku site in here. Abeku na wire money. Yeah, take pictures.
Time and NS in your DC no or confronting no. So who ye galamsey wa ha abeku ka chen so no be DC or be tete no. And abeku ni said yen. Akoka che kromfo kwateketo akwase apanyi we kromfo we na be ka wasama ma. Ewifo. And sometimes near Ghana me catch a Ghana for. And maybe on the radio, so kwasi bi oti Facebook na mutie no. The facts are there. Enti abandon needs to move in. All distraction on me no. Won si bi abeku sense aso. Won ensase abeku ni say no. This video was when Ernest not only a DCU, he was confronting them and telling them that what they are doing is wrong. Na kwasi aweku takard say me NDC ni. O NDC ni ntidi en. O NDC ni ntidi en. And the commander at that place, you need to move in and stop this. Some foolish boy way, and the Kwasiampenyi way, and nam. And no, wakonya Kwasiaba Kokanwa, or no, Jimmy for Onye Juma, Kwateketwa, Onye Juma, Emiless fool. And the we dimoja manafro afufronum, we dimoja manafufrono, but Fimojano. And now to say Abeku said the and Abeku so Kutagana card. Oje sama betina na Abeko nipa ba na mabeka no ha mebe magana fo hu say Abeko e kromfo or ye illegal miner or census he needs to be in jail. Ukuta Ghana ka NDC card. What do I where NDC card into the me the NDC card ye den. This guy he started fighting Galamsey oni Abeku e apreswa and wabe DC and nti the chromo for almost sorry am the court. Oh, you say they want to frustrate Ernest for Ernest to say oh any DC no ndi biem send ebeya yetwa yes one day oh John Mahame yi Ernest no ma yenkwase Galamsey no. Ernest has been very brave. We protecting the crew na bedru nne and the kokromo we time na Ernest oye community community mining oye anti-tax force Galamsey anti-tax force chairman no at that point na ekromo youth bia no Astro mine no muti omoka go and ask or raise over 3 million Ghana cedis makruno. Go and ask. Abeku ni ahemfo akromfo bi and on person frustrating Ernest. Send your baby change Ernest no motuma yom Galamsey no. Kwasiafo na moteto ma boy we abetena say ono kuta NDC card. Now we John Mahama kra na we Galamsey o say chew. Iti Abeku kuta NDC card. No we Galamsey dia yinja no. Dabi was that the reason? Into the reason you know no. Said yen okuta NDC card. O de unim de ba ankasa o Galamsey ni ko twaso ne ya atubata every Ghana because den your end it will come because the fight against Galamsey no ye nyi otwe ye nyi NDC ni ye nyi MPP ni o ye Ghana ni no ye Galamsey ya bana o resist ya will put you down say ya ba na say o resist ya you be cool sa akokɔ because you Abeku no group muntumi say Ghana nsase muntumi say nsuo we are not stupid o we are not joking o we are making sure the right thing is done. Into the Montana now. Now, what's your base? Okuta NDC card into the end. I'll be back to this matter. Now, and I shall send me a AC. I'm go straight. Now, I'm taking care of Ken Oforiata Asemno. Near Tia, and a year. As I see radio, after a year, the OSP, a release, a statement. I catch a Ghana for say, Ken Oforiata a crom for. Na Yaton Safren say, Omra. Na ome yinyo me biano ensem biano na Ghana sika sembi ene kronu bi oboye no ya hwehwem ehu se ne ho bom into ombra ya te krom ha ana eye special prosecutor eba bontene ebe ka kire se ende yesa de Kenoforiata ato FBI wanted list so ema ende ewiasi Kenoforiata eye kromfo tetwa amoaboaten a o china for anchority na fata o twa no ho na chekere ne den because oye dangerous human being. Now the special prosecutor Ekasawie no endi a day and yet say asase 99.5 Gabi Ochredako dia Kenoforiata nebusuani Gabi Ochredako a onene chekere man no at the end of the day yebu some questions no omo dia and on be publish letter bi ewo omo page so say Ghana for mumbra na OSP na dia oye nenye efri say abrochire hospital bi out the letter ba say or mobile be Kenoforiata surgery. Intinan keni se Kenoforiata no a special prosecutor a release a statement and say he is a wanted man around the world. Inti I did not release this letter. This letter was released by Asase Radio 99.5. A NPP for dia a Gabi Ochredako dia a propaganda tool omo da Ghana for. Inti omo ba na omo de letter we beto was a letter in ye. Letter ni free hospital be a friend no Mayo clinic. Na hospital no hospital be a Minnesota abrochire America. Na na Kenoforiata ekoye surgery no. We didn't say anything because the lawyers of Kenoforiata they should know better. At least they should have sent this letter to the special prosecutor even before the date a special prosecutor can say Obe release statement to say Kenoforiata or Saturday to back on the wanted list. What stopped Kenoforiata lawyers? Say what was stopping them? Because when you look at the date on the letter, April, meaning Say who study letter ni date shaswa. Omonsa kan letter no all the way in April. Let me enlarge it. Sene beya Ghana Nibia ebehu. May 15th. And I will letter na omonsa kan ye. Inti utumi say omonsa kan letter we say no kra. That means Kenofuriata and the lawyers, they got hold of this letter way before 2nd June. Special prosecutor can say, or they Kenofuriata ebeto wanted listed. So from the 5th of May, ebesinde, and ebesi the 2nd of June, what were the lawyers of Kenofuriata waiting for? Did they officially send a letter to the special prosecutor say, before on the 2nd bedroom, sa letter when yenya, sa hospital when ediamaye, so you can take this letter and verify that it is true. Kenofuriata is going to go under the knife. And I say, yeba beyeno edi surgery because we have prostate cancer. The OSP, after this letter was put in the system by Gabi Ochedakon's Assassin Radio, what the OSP did was that he also came out and issued a statement. And then the OSP kaye, Ebian and Sanka, Mumianko read the OSP and our special prosecutor no the statement on this letter. The office of the special prosecutor has become aware, and this was released on the 3rd of June 2025. That means on the 2nd now, or issue red alert and the token of the next day and or day or issue such statement. Remember, a year later now, Gabi Ochedakumo Edbertom radio station say when a letter a free hospital for America, a year can for the Diabano. So letter no released on the 2nd, the same day now. A year your car second of has been put back on the day on the criminal list. Into on the 3rd, which is the next day, no, the special prosecutor so a release statement about that letter also because Kenofuriata lawyers, Frank Davis, they were sitting on radio referring to that letter, say because of that letter, OSP, the decision he took was a wrong decision. Now, Yambuta said the OSP, did he have that letter in his possession? No, it was that letter, and I said we need letter, no. The office of the special prosecutor has become aware of a publication on online media purporting to be a letter from a hospital containing alleged medical report on Mr. Ken Oforiatta. We wish to place on record that neither Mr. Oforiatta nor his lawyers have submitted any such letter to the OSP. OSP say when the letters be call round, it be was as radio, and a circulate to a system nim, and the lawyers of Ken Oforiatta speaking to the letter say a letter Sebio almost Ken Oforiatta and the hospital be our America, Ediaba say Chiresa Yababeno operation. Special prosecutor say opese oka esimupi say Ken Oforiatta and answer the lawyers obienwa or the sakrata we achero. Inti he has no knowledge about krata we. Inti or sisupi or magana fuati asie says so we krata we was as radio e gabidia chere say Ken Oforiatta ye kwen operation wa America na the lawyers na the letter we aba on special prosecutor all Ken Oforiatta so ombra or so ombano onim letter no ho hwe until letter no ho asem obia fa letter mbre no Ken Oforiatta man letter and Ken Oforiatta lawyers obia ni wa or the letter be sheni sem in this letter by the 5th of May ebesin which is the 3rd of June no, nobody has handed over any letter from any hospital obia man letter bia. Now who read the rest of the statement I be sure there. The only correspondence received from this or his legal representatives is a letter notifying the OSP of a change in his medical condition and on their say so. It is notable that this alleged hospital letter has been circulated through the media rather than submitted to the law enforcement agency actively investigating him and responsible for decision regarding his return to Ghana. Special prosecutor and Cursɛ Muno or say opese omagana 40 to say the only letter Ken Oforiatta and the lawyers Edia Breno a letter na say Ken Oforiatta Sebio change in his medical condition and on their say so. Say Ken Oforiatta yare. But there was no letter say yabe Ken Oforiatta the surgery a doctor and I say the only correspondence received from his legal representative is a letter notifying the OSP of a change in his medical condition and on their say so. Inti osi letter ebeka nsano na a letter trouble ebeka say Ken Oforiatta ehomfa no Now, there was no letter I can say, Chesa Kenofuriata, Yasha data Kenofuriata Ekoye surgery. And specifically, Yaria Kenofuriata Yaria, Yekwa Koyeno, Yedesika Kokana, and answer Yekwa surgery. And the special prosecutor Namiyu, at least letter and Saka, and that letter no crampono, a buyer, time or issue the first day, a red alert. Inti ono otigana no, sa letter na a was system nima onusu hubino, nensa enka sa letter no. Lawyers of Kenofuriata Eman letter. And a Kenofuriata and Kataso Eman letter. To date, no certified medical records or official document from any hospital authority has been submitted to the OSP indicating that Mr. Ofuriata is incapacitated or unable to travel to Ghana. Or see ebesine. So time or issue red alert ni biom etu Kenofuriata sono. Hospital bia ni wiase and I say a medical record bia ya certified bia ni wiase ye dia brand say Kenofuriata yare to the point to say own to me to kwan and I say own to me enye de emfa no ho and I say on nante into on special prosecutor de on better Ghana 40 as say krata bia mekan nsa say Kenofuriata yare ma yare abona to ho own to me nante and I say own to me to kwan emma Ghana em yen to no. This was the response from the special prosecutor. So the question here is, Frank Davis more lawyer to Ofuriata, omuti radio so edidi atem ekekan kwasi asem no. The question is, as a lawyer, say letter no munsemo, why are you not handing over the letter to the special prosecutor? Now we decided to do something. And this is the first stage of what we want to do. The reason why I am visiting the story or showing you this is because we have also activated another stage of checking say Ken Ofuriata a letter na circulating. No, it is true. A letter I'm trying to, where is it? Come out. Okay, so nothing is back. Okay. All right, yes, inquiries. And because some people got 40, as I say, this is the first step we have taken. So we decided to email the hospital to ask them about Kenofuriata. Say a true Kenofuriata a patient. Now you need to understand say hospitals of America no a patient and maybe their doctor confidentiality. Their doctor beka the patient it is a very, very important say. So we decided say, okay, we are also going to take a step. We are going to start a process, and this is the first stage of the process. We are going to send the hospital an email and inquire about the letter. We wanted to know whether the letter was legitimate and it's coming from the Mayor House Clinic. Say, in fact, Kenofuriata letter way every clinic one as every clinic. Can they confirm? Remember, this is the first stage of our investigations. They have sent us an email. We are going to follow up tomorrow. But so far, we want to show you this. And then people will know what we are doing. So I actually personally, I emailed the hospital. Now, when you look at this mail, it came from me. I emailed the hospital and I asked them about Kenofuriata letter na circulating. And I made them understand my company. I gave them my company number, everything, so they understand that they are dealing with a media house in America and that they have to at least respond to me query. Now, from Kevin Taylor, sent Thursday, June 3rd, 2025, 9:20 p.m. Thursday, Endra, Anajo, 9:20, and I'm sending sa email. No. Now, to Mayor Clinic Press, Mayor News Bureau, subject, external press inquiry, patient letter verification. So that is the letter that I sent to the hospital. And I want you to know, now I'm on the first stage. Yeah, we are make sure, we are activating the second stage because we want to verify that letter. Say a hospital, a chain hospital, one of the most respectable hospitals in America. In fact, we want to make sure we protect the integrity of the hospital, and also to make sure say any letter be a hospital no, or more letterhead so and some doctor was no, so letter no a legitimate letter from that hospital. Now, so already letter I'm sending you and I say email I'm sending you now. This is what it says. Hello, I'm writing to inquire about verifying a letter that appears to be signed by a doctor from the Mayo Clinic, Dr. Ahmed Abdul Rahim, regarding his patient, Kenneth Oforiatta. Mr. Oforiatta is the former finance minister of Ghana who currently has an arrest warrant pending and has been listed on FBI and Interpol wanted list by the Ghana government. The letter has been released by a news media outlet in Ghana, and I attached the letter. And I also attached the statement from the special prosecutor. So I attached the letter and I attached the special prosecutors wanted the poster now or release by Abonteno. Now, about second paragraph, this is what I said. I said, I'm a journalist based in the United States covering issues of corruption and politics in Ghana. I am working on a story about Mr. Oforiatta and his efforts to evade prosecution in Ghana. I would like to know if you could provide comments on this letter. There has been some speculation that this letter is forged. Would you be able to confirm if this is a legitimate letter from a doctor at the Mayo Clinic? Now, please see the alleged letter and relevant documents about this story. And then I attached everything. I said, feel free to contact me. So I actually sent this email to the Mayo Clinic, specifically the Minnesota clinic now. Almost a hona kenofuriata surgery. No. So I just did clarification. Now, what was their response? And anytime I catch the lawyers of Kenofuriata say, if they really have that letter, and in America, no, they really, really respect patient doctor confidentiality. Hospitals don't mess around with that. Doctors don't mess around with that. So it is so difficult for a hospital to give you any information about a patient. But so we read the letter now, you could see, sir, I was asking about the letter. I wasn't actually asking about the patient medical records. But even that, it is difficult to penetrate. So why is it not so easy for Frank Davis to hand over this letter to the special prosecutor? Now share the response from the hospital. Team, are we good? Team. All right, good. Now this is the response from the hospital. And the response, as you can see, 9:30 a.m. tonight, and a response from the hospital. The lady's name is Sharon. She said, regarding your email, we are committed to patient privacy. We cannot disclose whether or not any specific individual is a Mayo Clinic patient. So we can't deny and we can't also confirm. We are not admitting and we are not denying. Or say, regarding your email, that was the response from the Mayo Clinic. Say, regarding your email, we are committed to patient privacy. We cannot disclose whether or not any special individual is a Mayo Clinic patient. Any specific individual is a Mayo Clinic patient. Best regards, Sharon, Communications Manager, International Media Relations, Communications Department, Mayo Clinic, 200 First Street, Southwest, Rochester, Minnesota, 55905. Omo response to me and then say, omo rusa omo de hospital on chere say, patient be any wa omo betuma kan ho asem e de akere public or the media. In fact, what they are trying to tell me is say, omo ntumi nkan kire me whether Ken Oforiatta is a patient there or not a patient there. Now, it lies now on Frank Davis, the lawyer of Ken Oforiatta, to tell us, said hospital do say because of the rules governing their work in America, no, they cannot give us a name or confirm, because right now they are not confirming or denying. They are staying in the middle. They are telling you we cannot do that. Whether it's a patient here or not a patient here, we cannot give you any information. Now, I want to ask Frank Davis, Frank Davis, what is stopping you from having a press conference and reading this letter and telling Ghanaians that you actually received this letter from Mayo Clinic in Minnesota and that you are officially handing over the letter to the special prosecutor? What is stopping him from doing that? Team. It is our share. The forged letter, Mr. P, get me the letter. Let me show you something. Mama Chow, so we read this forged letter now. Mama Chow, where the inconsistency is. Mama Chow letter na mo dia beto abontene say Kenofuriata yare na oyeden obeko hospital. Me be chow the inconsistencies in that letter. When I said the letter to me for now until Kenofuriata's lawyers come out to tell us say that letter is from the hospital. No, I can tell you, sir, from my experience and the little reading I've done and the little detailing I've done, that letter, even the wording in that letter is not right. That letter, Mr. P, Mr. S, get me the letter. Thank you very much. Let me show you something. Letter in here. Mami kaya dibin show letter in. This is the letter. Let me break it down. I shall DB. So I letter now the buyer say a Kenofuriata letter, ya money free hospital say, okay, surgery. One letter way. Now, when you read the letter, this is the letter, right? The fonts are wrong. The fonts they used are not even the right fonts. So that is one. Now, in America, no doctor. Now, who read the letter now? I am writing to inform you that Mr. Oforiata has undergone. Omo Chese Kenofuriata has undergone an MR guided biopsy and has been diagnosed with prostate cancer. Nobody spells, no medical practitioner will spell prostate cancer with a capital P and a capital C. Nobody will do that in America. No doctor will emphasize and spell prostate cancer in the capital P and the capital C. You will not get that. This letter that they have published in Ghana, say if you hospital and the Matrakoma hospital, no, they don't want to deny, they don't want to fine. I get it. Now, no doctor will write prostate cancer in capital P and capital C. No doctor will do that. Make sure the inconsistencies in the letter. Now, Saoba Asiawa, the final part of the letter, what did it say? It says, please feel free to contact me if you require any additional information or have further questions. If a doctor writes this and I send an email concerning that letter, because when you read the letter, the doctor is actually writing, not to Oforiata. The doctor is writing to an agency or anybody who wants to further inquire about this letter. If the doctor has put there that feel free and contact me, or feel free to contact me if you require any additional information or further questions, then why do you think the hospital is telling me that they are not allowed? The rules and the law does not even allow them to talk about a patient. But for a doctor to even write, to go to that extent of telling us, if you feel free, we should feel free to contact them. Contact him on what? When you read a composition, everything is wrong. When you look at the wording, when you look at how they basically separated the first paragraph from the second and the third, you can see clearly the font size is wrong. The English is not even an American English. And when I say American English, the way the sentences are composed are not sentences. A medical doctor or America or such a high profile hospital, he will never write this letter. This is the first stage in this crime. The reason why Frank Davis, Oya Kenofuriata lawyer, is refusing to put this letter out and coming out to hand it over to the special prosecutor, for the special prosecutor to follow up on it, is because for now, I can tell you this letter is fake. How can you be writing a dear sir or madam letter now? How can you be writing to whom it may concern? Americans don't write that. No doctor in America will write a letter and put to whom it may concern in 2025. No doctor in America will write to whom it may concern. No doctor will spell prostate cancer with a capital P and a capital C. No doctor will tell you that feel free and contact me For what? This letter you are seeing, it was cooked by Gabi Ochredakon. It was cooked by MPP Asasi Radio. That is why I have emailed them. Now, I am going to respond to them with some facts. And I know by next week, they will come out to tell me the letter itself, if they are the ones who put that letter together. So I've shown you the stage one, the step we have taken. We are going to take another step to make sure we get to the bottom of this letter. To let Ghanaians know, say, nobody or none of these guys in the LPP, Frank Davis on Kanokre or a truffaut. If Frank Davis himself let away a legitimate letter and called the letter away, he walked to the office of the special prosecutor and tell the special prosecutor to do his own checks. Because it will be so easy for the special prosecutor to call this hospital, introduce himself, and let them know that he is calling to verify. And because of the position the special prosecutor occupies, the hospital will have no option than to respond to him. Because when this letter was being written, who were they writing the letter to? I'm asking the MPP and Frank Davis. Who was the doctor writing the letter to? Who were they writing to? Was he writing the letter to Keroforiata, or he was writing the letter to an agency or to an authority? We want to know. Because when you say to whom it may concern, it means the letter is not being written to Keroforiata. It's being written to an office, a higher authority, an office that will interrogate the letter. So who were they writing this letter to? Guys, the MPP, you cannot trust them. They are criminals. They have been doing this for years. And anytime on their side they will be able to get away with it. They don't get any consequence. And they think they can still do these things and get away with it. I'm going to follow this up. I'm going to get to the bottom of this. I'll bring you all the facts. The lies that Keroforiata is lying to people. So hospital natural letter where they will let us know. And we will let Ghanaians know. I don't have anything to hide. Any response I'll get, we are pushing from another angle with some facts and some details. Anything we get from the hospital, I will not edit to one thing. I will put everything out. And then we will all, at the end of the day, know who is lying. Now, maybe busa a simple question. Team, let's get into the wagon. Maybe busa a simple question. Mo eye swame. Mo techiman. Mo akra. Mo eye PZ. The question is simple. The question is, dollar no ehina edu. The question is, petrol ne boy is saying, how much is petrol or diesel? Petrol ne boy is saying sisia ende. The question is, time na eye NDC ba power no na petrol ne ton is saying. And right now, how much are you buying the petrol? Say, if you are buying petrol today, more than how you were, more than how much you're buying it, and I say more than how you were buying it 3-5 months ago, and in that you have a cause to complain. So now auto petrol 16 cedis a liter. Now saying the auto petrol 12 cedis a liter. Why do you have to complain when you are told to add 1 cedi to buy petrol? The only way a bit mama will be complaining, say, we boom and now what that and say, Sibiana me top petrol no enrano, and the petrol no may turn more than that. At the same mutifie. Now, if you run every month, be a or jimo 1,000 Ghana, or jimo 1,000 Ghana na Masaya den, and make sure say, Bibi a cost with you. Now, if you run a barber catcher, so many Bibi, they say, Abusumi be a 1,000 Ghana. Busumi be a major 500 Ghana. Now, major 500 Ghana na. I was set bathroom no, and the upkeep of the house no, major 20 Ghana account. And not 200 Ghana account. Now, be 700 Ghana. Now, at this point, no, Obeka say if you run we boo and answer ombu. Because Obe rented dino. Okacha so obeje 1,000. And 1,000 na obetia. Na 1,000 na efa utia 1,000 na a rent. Utia 1,000 na a dien a for cleaning the bathroom. utia 1,000 na for cleaning the toilet. Saa nyoma ni nyina hyem. The maintenance of the house ni nyana 1,000 a month. And if you run from catch so uni bibi. Right now no every month be our teso. Oba be jemo 500. Now or jemo 500 right now no sa bathroom and sa nyoma no you are supposed to pay 200 for that. Now the question will be say if you run we boo and I say oh boo. Are you still paying the 1,000? Are you still going to complain? Are you going to tell the Fiora and say we boo ana? And now you are going to tell the Fiora and say deal no the amount no a dealer we need you. A simple question, and it's got to do with this matter of a new levia a NDC are buying ba a 1 city. Sa 1 city no yeah they buy 2 petrol bosso. So the question is simple. Petrol board now turned the same 5 months ago, and then the petrol no turn the same. So I buy the 1 city account one. The question here is it more than the now turn nana? A simple question. Because more than the now turn they are. They're not ebia and they're not a bino obu. And they're not a bino, a bona or share no a bino adadao. If you run 1,000, I feel also at 1,000 is about 500. Now upkeep of the house, 200 they also want utia. Into the end of the month, utia 700. Meaning you are saving 300 Ghana cedis. Obeka say if you run a boo, and also Obeka say deal now the amount a good deal, and that is what we are looking at today. You see at the 1 city aka a petrol boho. Now 1 city aka petrol boho, and the auto petrol now is saying, is it going to be more than before you were complaining? Into Mahmoud Baumiana and the clowns, they are talking now. Yanko back na yanshe asemo na nkasamu na yama Ghana fo hu enkwasiade a MPP ya nyansa ye fe ne nyansa de chichire man because they could not do what the NDC they are doing now. No, they are trying to confuse everybody. Anytime say Ghana for aha no kra ne ka ye dwudwam obi ate ne ho ase hwade. You see this Esla. Now Esla eye efutuo bi a John Mahama ne NDC omo ye den omo 2 year omo de to ho anaso omo bie ye 2015 na saa foto na dwuma gira nyina ne se saa foto no sika ye de begum no what it would do majority of it saa sika ne bebo yenkania ho ban ye energy sector no eno na ye de bebo ho bra nti na eye foto a NDC aban 2015 omo bie ya omo di sika gumu. Now, in 2015, the NDC as a means of dealing with Ghana's escalating power generation debt came up with Esla. Now, the idea behind this levy was to use it to exclusively offset the energy sector debt. In the Esla na NDC be in 2015, no, na eye efotwa edawa ye di sika gum na sa sika no de ne ye say eka beda eye ye energy ana ye nka nemu na ye ko eka na ye yi sa sika ni bi ne ye de akon. Enti idea ni ema John Mahama de Esla ba ni nyina ne say saa foto no sika ne ye di gum sika ne nya no petrol mu ni ade ade ne ye di gum a na say ye nka ne asam ye konya problem na eka beda wa na ye yi sa sika ni bi ne ye de aden ye de akon saka no. Enti that was the intention na etare kire ema NDC for John Mahama mo ebie Esla saa foto no. Now the Esla as of 2017 when the NDC left office for the NPP to take over was over 3 billion. In 2017, NDC free power, 2016, January 7th. Sike eko gumu na egum no. 2017, na sike dem over 3 billion cedis. So technically, the NPP government came to meet 3 billion na eda energy efutuum na sika edawa enisi edi ensaka. Say ye nyina mu nkania ho nsem ye energy ho nsem say esigi boka say ye nkania ye pese ye plant foforo a na akoyi sa sika ni bi na ye dey solve sa problem no. Into the job of Esla was to take care of these issues. Enti John Mahama free power no sika or handy over the ma MPP a na e da sa fotuo no na ye 3 billion Ghana cedis. Now the NPP, instead of using the funds for its intended purpose, instead depleted the accounts, collateralizing the fund for further loans and using the remaining amounts on things that are not related to energy. MPP ba power on behu sa 3 billion se na ɛda hɔ a John Mahama ne NDC abanja to wo san kenne e ka beda wa ye pesika e de ako energy ka no ye be wa kɔ yibi no de om ye ne se om baaye no saa sika no enom de om nsa bomu om de om nsa bomu no afei nyoma ye mfa saa sika ne ye no eno na om de saa sika ne ye na de na e yakra ne se om betu sika no om de sika no kosi awawa enti om de asla fund no omdi kosi awawa enti sika bia na ebemu no na emba Ghana for na omdi saa sika na edemu no ene sika bia eba fund ni mu bia no na omdi esi awawa enti 100 million toma na ekɔ say 50 million toma na ekɔ instead say saa foto no ko beje sika na gum na nka ada hɔ ne yade ako eye den eye eka ebeba energy sector no omdi si awawa enti sika bedempe na yade akɔkyɛ. And what they were doing is they were using the money to do their own things. And na these are facts. Now I'm sure idea. So I also follow facts now. In 2017, make sure the reason why in here, sir, one city way, every Ghanaian should support this government for it to last. And then a bit me Ghana, your energy sector. And anytime I start to me busa, I will say, and the men will say. Meno say petrol ton saying and 5 months ago now ton saying and the petrol now what no I had even 1 city account. Is it more than time and ekufuado ba umiam power na say more than that there then a buying a boo. But the question here is sa sika yade abeka and the petrol hu 12. Me busa will say sa sika no a dose chain time and ekufuado ne ba umiate so ana. Ma men show the NPP for catch time and omo power. Mijujum and into one city way, it is something we are all supposed to embrace. Aban way BB, we make sure the reason why here we all need to support this initiative by the NDC government. I'm going to introduce one city. Say Fanka petrol be a better hono. Now this is what they are going to do with it. One city petrol hono. It is to fight doom so is to fight a car at the energy sector so from 20 years ago. Aban bian to me. Now we read the annual report on the management of the energy sector levies and accounts. Where you can offer the reading report 2017. Again, I can offer kaye. My main king kind show. Send a bear kwasiebi. Eti baby on king kaya. Or betia says a Ghana no in yansafo na echichire. Nenya nkemu any Jimmy any echichire Ghana. Now we read the document now submitted to Parliament by Ken Oforiatta, Finance Minister or Minister of Finance. Date na show no for the year 2017. For the year 2017. 2017, a day na Kenofurata call Parliament kwa kachire fa esla no ho. Obeto sa sika no. Did he confirm sana sika no? Sika da ho. Mumianko kain. Now read the document now. This is what it says. Let me enlarge this. Senebeya, you can read this document with me. So I read the document now. The executive summary, it says this. This report is prepared in line with Section 6 of the Energy Sector Levies Act 2015, Act 899, as amended Act 946, which requires that the Minister for Finance submits an annual report to Parliament on the management of the levies and accounts established under the Act. Into executive summary now, Emrasha Kenofuriata say, Obeba Parliament, now Obe kan achreye footwo no sika edem, ene de ye di sika no e wo se ye de ye. In 2017 no, Emrasha Kenofuriata eye sa embrana ye friend Edian Levies Act 2015 no, eye Act 899 o ma amend ye no, ebe ye no Act 946 no. Sa embrana share the Finance Minister ye Kenofuriata say, Ombra Parliament na esla sika no obeto ye no. Sa sika no ombe chire mu de dam ene de da homa Ghana ye energy ana ye sika sem fa eye ye nyire mu nkane asem ho. Now read the performance of the levies in 2016 and 2017. Performance of the levies in 2016 and 2017. May read the mum. I say, where Kenofuriata Ankasa no asem, where NPP time, this is what they said. This is what Kenofuriata said to you Ghanaians. In 2016 and 2017, a total amount of 5.5 million was lodged into the ESLA account out of a total collection of 6.4 million. Now, of the total lodgement, an amount of 4.8 million was utilized. Now, sika 6.4 million, omu use 4 million. Now, the amount is made up of 2 million, 2 million, let's round it up, 2 million spent on road maintenance. Omu beto ESLA sika na ekadawa I was here the solve dum so almost some buy them we use 2 million. Then almost some koye kwan. To maintain roads. Remember that time we were supposed to build new plants. We were supposed to make sure say the first thing they did over 5 million. What they did was they said say 2 million at their maintaining roads, road maintenance, and over 2 million. Now they move forward and they said this. I say the National Electrification Program and the provision of public lighting and almost some of the road maintenance and the National Electrification Program and the provision of the public lighting. Now we are also say 2.8 million. They spent towards the clearance of liabilities of energy sector state-owned enterprises. Amuye 2.8 million and omudi chia aban jumakua omode de ECG ka omode de ka energy light ka omnuko tiom light bills. It is sikana mobetu ye na foto a eda ho a ewo senka ye nkani asem ye pese ye expande ye pese ye stop dum so no instead say omobe check omo priorities because your scale of preference ye de hia ansa na ye de fata into omo ba no so road maintenance hia e no mo call ye de aslanim sikana eda ho na o se de bo ye nkani no ho ban no e no mo yi ye o se 2 million ye de kwa maintenance omo fa kwa ye kwan o omo so de kwa maintenance. Omu almost say 2.8 million. Almost state agencies bid the car light bill into this is money that they came to meet as a political party. This is money NDC Jama Omo. And the MPP for said and you don't have to listen to them. Oma bodam. Now Uko Wenima say the reduction in the stock of outstanding liabilities of the SOEs includes payments to VRA creditors, bank or trade creditors in the amount of 1.7 million and payment to TOS editors banks. So almost say yi sikano eko trade light bills toward ye omutia eyedien omutia bima omukotia bima VRA state enterprise just say ombeso just say sikano mo beto ye no omde dodo ni tia light bills no mo de ka. In addition to these payments, a total amount of 279 million was transferred into the escrow accounts of ESLA PLC in November and December 2017 toward debt servicing. Me read the act natural from the beginning. Where Kerofuriato, Ojina Parliament catcher say, Omuyi, a ye ESLA sikana, I was the boy and Kanya Hobain, yet the tia eka, ECG the car, see a Tom Frango. Near the generating more power. Also, omu yisa sikano den. Omu yisa sikano 297 million. Omu de den. Omu kutia ka. Eka ben. Eka bi a dawa. We could have used other means to pay. No, they had to enter ESLA. Sikana yede atuwa me enchirima se yede be ko inkremu kania sa dum somba biem no. MPP buy no study so omu di tia ka. Now you see where the problem is coming from. Senka MPP build on ESLA sika mo beto yankendenke about 70 billion edaho. Do you know that? But they didn't do that. What they did was that they entered ESLA. Sikana eye MPP NDC jato hono omu di sikani nyina. Point 6. Beside this payment, government also supported the pay down of SOE's liabilities from budgetary resources other than the ESLA. They used the money on things that were not. That ESLA did not allow us, or the act did not allow us to use the money on. And you could see, say, the priority, ESLA's priority was changed. NPP changed the priority of ESLA. They decided to create a new priority for ESLA. Because the reason why NDC for ABSA for Tuono was geared towards protecting and maintaining and paying debt of our energy sector. Inti bigger things to sustain our energy. Yen kanya honsem no. And intina John Mahama ne NDC for a day. Be asla no. But MPP by no, they changed the focus because they wanted a way to steal that money. Now, I'm sure look at this. Well, I'm reading this part of Suncho. I'm in performance of the levies in 2017. This is kind of Furiate's statement in 2017. I'm about to Osla no. Esla no. Sikana Oma Seno no. Or can we now parliament yenti and then Kwasiafo e catch say. Yeah, the one city Abeka Petro unto TV da omoko demonstration. Peace that for mun tie bi na min chire mu chire wo. NDC aban adwene da omutim no. En tibi on person bo man no. They are intelligent. We need to support them. Me who GPRT for mu Jimmy on so here. And the Auto Petro saying 5 months ago, Auto Petro saying, you may put you shut up. Time your two petrol, your tea petrol. So how long did it take you people to reduce your prices? Munya foolish politics, no? Now let me read this to you. MPP better now position 42 years. When you read this document, performance of the levies in 2017, can you forget I said American no? For the years under review, or for the year under review, sorry, a total amount of 2.8 million was lodged into the ESLA account out of a total collection of 3.15 million. The disbursement and utilization amounted to 2.4 million. A breakdown is as follows: 181.7 million in debt recovery for TOR. Almost TOR 181 million. So I'm going to Yaka. And almost say 47 million in downstream foreign exchange under recoveries. And also something they took care of. 91.9 million for the payment of power utility debts. A car when you go for it, it says 21.7 million for premix and RFO subsidy. Almost a premix ye kradebano omudi kutia ekanibia na edaho. When you go to point 8, in addition to these disbursements, 905 million and 23.7 million were transferred to the road fund and energy fund to support road maintenance and the activities of the Energy Commission respectively. Into Omuyi, a year 905 million and 23.7 million to the road fund. And now almost had to be called a year Energy Commission. Into between road funds and the Energy Commission, they spent a year 905 million and also 23.7 million. So you could see, say, a lot of it went into road maintenance. It's not road construction. It went into road maintenance. Because when you take ESLA money, that's how you could take care of minerals, energy commissions issue. I don't have a problem. So how you could power utility debt, ECG I don't care. But so that amount of money, a lot of that money into road maintenance. Then I ask you, say, sir, amount of money, no road maintenance, no road design will maintain, because the priority of this fund, Sasika we are NDC Jatuworo, na to pay debts of our energy sector. It wasn't, the priority wasn't road maintenance. Sanka a road construction crank because why you're crying. Now they also acquire potholes, or they are maintaining quine. How do we assess that? Over point 9. The utilization of the levies has contributed to the provision of a more stable power supply for Ghanaians, increase access to electricity under the National Electrification Program, and ensure a stable supply of premix and residual fuel oil to fishing communities and industries across the country. Majority of the money went to things that were not a priority to ESLA. Because the reason why ESLA, it wasn't about road maintenance. It wasn't about potholes, patching of potholes. The reason why John Mahama, Free Power, or ESLA, Oja over 5 to 6 million gumno, it was for us as Ghanaians to be able to have money sitting to pay for energy debt. A cabin and the MPP ja katuona na yedi tia sakano. So now you see, these are the things we've been talking about. The MPP are quick to make noise because I'm going to say Ghana for Jimmy. Now, let me explain something to you. The question here is, where Ghana is now, Shemi? Ekufuor free power, not a liter of fuel, 16 Ghana cedis. In 5 months, John Mahama moved about 12. That's fine. Now, the question here is, you're the one city out of petrol, so send a car at Dahon because Abane Dinkan State Yachro, Abane say, Sa one city order to petrol so is to fight the doom so. Then I doom so ba a car NPP jato ho ya DECG car billions. Now the question to the MPP then say Abana or Tesuna one MPP di omoko share IMF program wa yenyan free mu no. Abana etosuna right now it is trying to create revenue to pay off a car NPP jaw ho no. The question to the MPP then say, how do you expect the government to raise this money? Because a kana dahono say yanko a kana be mene ye kani ani be dum kojoto. It is a abane say wetuma to petrol so from 16 at about 12. Now so or the one city at to petrol so which is less than how much we're paying before. The question is abano so anya way na say Wama Ghana for and contribute a city to the petrol to fight a car a die sisia ama sebio ye nyina munkania enhye da ngina so a mebusa MP before say ehina binding ko fisika because you cannot use debt to pay debt. Now the reason why I'm saying is untimi for a car entua car and say eno na ya for years and a car at that ECG ni entumi ntua. Now somebody will say the government should borrow domestic. And I say abana embo besia ofie. And I say abana enkwa brochire nko besia. And that has been the argument of the NPP. Aden abana embo besia emfa entua. Aden oje one city free Ghana ni bi obeto petrol ho. Remember, Ghana ni bi obeto petrol. Inta de ntina abana enko besia. Now, let me break this down to you. The reason why the decision at MDC taking here the best decision in the history of Ghana no any. Say aban kwa bontini ko bobesia. Remember, say aban kwa bontini ko bobesia 10 billion cedis. In the space of 3 years, we will pay about 3 billion as interest on that loan. Say aban ji besia ofie. In a space of about a year or two, sa besia ne beji di fie no, this same government will have to do what? Pay the interest of that besiano. Now, so what they cut 10 billion. Now, kwa bontri ko bobesia 10 billion. Now the befie ebetua ayedie 10 billion kano. Na sa besiana ko boy no ehun si wono ebe 3 billion. You are still fighting debt. That means that problem you wanted to solve, you cannot solve it. It is for NPP even to suggest to say the government should go out and borrow. No, the NPP is not thinking intelligently. Now, what the government is doing now, and they say, the government does not want to incur more debt. Because one, we are even in an IMF program. It's right now, no, a car at that Ghana, so a car ye de. Aban went to me, sorry, and san koboka, and kobo besia, and found the two Ghana in so, and my own interest for the next 10 years. So the government is saying, so we to me at the petrol from 16 abedu 12. It is very important to say, yede one city beto so sene be ya sa one city no ye yi sa sika ni nyina e ka MPP jan ho no ye betumi dia kosaka no without paying interest, meaning we will be fighting a Canada ho no and we will not be incurring debt. The most dangerous thing I hear over the years as a nation, and I say we have always used debts to fight debts, and majority of the people who sit on radio and TV and talk to us say economists, you know, most of them are not intelligent enough to know, say, Saudi a car etua car, ultimate can read. And at all force in the NDC, John Mahama say, I'm breaking that jinx. No, what they want to do is say, right now, your what space kakra, petrol no abba form no, say, the one city to swa, Sasi can ye year, a Canada on your betum diakon, a bra, young Kobobi Sian family to or mine so, and or my young woman so. Into right now, no, John Mahama's government is avoiding borrowing to at the end of the day, burden the ordinary Ghanaian. Because the reason is, say John Mahama buy no kwa bontene, na so omokobo besia no mo betua eka na da ho na what is going to happen is say sa besia ni interest no ye the sa interest no beto Ghana for so that means say in the year or two or in the next few weeks we need to increase taxes. It is going to be tax increment because sa eka na da ho no sa interest no one entua. So what you will see they say so man your way now every single day taxes will be going up. More taxes will be added. Now you'll be asking, are they not buying the taxes to so? All because we have failed to take responsibility. Inti John Mahama mo pese omo break that jinx no. Send ye beya aban no ensan kwa abontene because e kana nkofo eja to no. So kwa abontene kwaje besia e the interest ba e the nsiwo e the nsiwo ba. Sa nsiwo no sa wutua e kana wo fie na sa nsiwo na beda na e ka da wo so. For us to prevent this, for Ghana to move forward without having this problem, no, yan for 1 city and 2 petrol so because 1 city required 2 petrol so na sa 16 na ekufu ado edge no enru ho. When the beka say abanye bu no e kire obi a why na adwene say on person obedi no kura say bi onim nyansa because at the end of the day until you prove to me say John Mahama ebona o share Ghana for say oba obeti petrol so no wanye John Mahama ebona o share Ghana for say oba obeti petrol so no sebio sa petrol no wante so wate so na se say John Mahama wate so akodu point bi o hu ni say we will need $1 more a city 1 Ghana city to try and pay the debt MPP for we jato ho. So when I say NDC abanyebu no because the question here is sanka John Mahama anti petrol so and anka etua 16 and John Mahama ka say this year you better petrol you the 1 city back to so if you say car MPP jato ho no e was here tua den anka obeka say John Mahama ya oba ya we demand petrol so osaba ya wasa the 1 city abeka ho intesi no MPP kura ye chair NDC if you say na NDC MPP abreso no na top petrol 16 a liter and they turn 17 but as we speak today MPP abreso no na top petrol no dey 16 and they turn 12 intesi na man say for 1 city to so na yemfa ntua ka no abra yen kobo besia abontina na se fie na emfa insiwumba ma yentua emma more taxes mbra. Why are you not understanding this simple thing? A chile nipa na o chechire mu chiro wejimi e politics na MPP for them oye. The MPP as a political party no omwejimi omunim nyansa. You see, they have always played on the conscience of their followers because omumudodo no sa nipa dodo a omudi omudi MPP chino they don't read omon kenkan and anything they have a problem with me. They have a problem with this platform. They have a problem with the people who speak on my TV. Because omunim say any aba, yabema Ghana for ehuno kreno. In the Sunday we Ghana ni nasa o kase o my way a better than Africam, a better than a car daho, and the abine say ye pese ye stop it doom so. A car a daho from Tetiayen to min kuntina de biadum so ho. A energy yen to me any day and sustaining yen to me tiayaka. Abine say the eben say ye the 1 city ebeto a de petrol sunday. Petrol ne turn in deno yen turn say time MPP also into problem ni ho aban say sa 1 city no ene no obeyi e de tuaka na eyi efiri ho se na be ya me ne wo ye ho be henhan aban say onkwa abontene enkobo besia efiri so okobo besia e de nsi ho beba e sa de ka ba beto ye so nti ekoje 10 million ye de betua ECG kana sa nsi hu na account no hwan de betua aban will be forced to bring more taxes. John Mahama answer sa bono Okatakyie Ghana for say he's not going to impose some nuisance tax on Ghanaians. So he's going to be there prudent. He's going to be very tactical in the way he solves Ghana for debt. And then from the beginning of this show, Mekakyie will say, and at the beginning of this editorial, me say, sa wuti fie na ufie ura or 1,000 Ghana a month. Say eno na wutia as rent. Na sa ufie ura ne fro na Okatakyie will say akwesi. To see a menjo 1,000 Ghana biom. Sa 1,000 Ghana na utia na yetumi cleaning o toilet yetumi epra fie ho yetumi de maintain fie no sa 1,000 Ghana na menji biom. To see a me if you ra me pese me 500 Ghana na mom also utia 200 Ghana ye de be sa maintenance no obeka se fie ra na bu anase if you ra no anyway din ye. This is how we have to reason. This is how the conversation is. A simple and basic. Yentumi man kwasiafo bi tina TV so brofo tantan bi omokosia adada bi omudada nipa bia because omo free power nti omo pe Ghana ye. The NPP are not intelligent. Sanka omo nyansa we a anka omo apply nyansa we when they were in power. Sanka NPP for no nyansa anka time na more power no they could have applied this common sense. They could not apply it. That is why today they are opposing it. Into uti omo kasema I say Jimmy for these were the same people who sat in parliament and say Mupeo, yempeo, yebe pass e-levy. And then the people's problem are their problem. Me say omu MPP for followers so Jimmy. These were the same people we fought in parliament to stop them from passing e-levy. Mumusa MPP for say e-levy no more pass no. How much did we generate and what did the e-levy proceeds no? What did it do for us? Ever seen the MPP Nibian to me control e-levy zikaromuji domdi Ghana. Omuka say be create 11 million jobs. Mumusa MPP say e-levy na almost say be create 11 million jobs sa. Omujina ye so didi atem e pass ye no. Why na e-levy fa de juma Ghana? Sankwasiafo we ende almost say omukọ ye ma amenem ho aka chem say ye the one city to petrol. So the question is omujiji e-levy omudi atem be see ende no. Now omujin so omujini Ghana for ho. Where these are the same fools who are fighting us, telling us say Jimmy na 11 year po they will pass it. And omo ko our catch Ghana for say oh petrol no na year free so na 17 and now by 11 and then the John Muhammad the one city atos into about 12 into mamon penny. O you say ma me no mu yankwasiafo. Mama mundi nkan kire ya ma me no say mojiji 11 sika de mudi ye. Say MPP for some kwa bontene ene ye ma me nom ene adwadifo akokasa muduru amonka say ye begigi e-levy. Sikari ajiji ye no ye ka say be create adwuma 11 million ye create ye ansa na maka we hu asem kwasiafo. What you say kind of Jimmy? First of all, go and tell the people what you did with the e-levy money. Because you can be say and pay e-levy no. Mon kwasiafo ka kire say, "Ma ban na woso, you are going to pass and you were going to pass and you passed it." Into mo kona se mo koye mo kasa se one city na. Mundi nkan, mamefo na mutie me no. Ghana for na munim nyansa na mutie me no. MPP for no ba mo ka say MPP for before e be di san komande be se abusa mo. E-levy sika na mojiji ye na mo ka say mo be bie adwuma 11 million no. Mojiji ye se na mojiji ye adwuma sen na mo bie ye. Because Mahama say one city way or the bekudum so far afa na ojiji ye nim so do atuma ko ontumi nkunti ye twan Mahama onjeje no fa nkum dum so no. Ye pese ebusa mo e-levy na mojiji ye no mo ka say no be create 11 million jobs mo ko Ghana ha nyina aka kire force ye de kon hye mu 11 million jobs no mo tumi create ye ansa na mo ko kwasiafo omujin so obi agim se chema wontumi omujin so obi agim se kotiketwa omujin so obi anim nyansa omujin se ye nyina ye nwan eye ne epe eye eyase jollof ne edi nti MPP for no the way they don't they don't respect the intelligence of their followers no they think that every Ghanaian is stupid. So I'm giving them an assignment. Mudu dwomua mudu stores wa mo MPs 88 agimi for no ye bebusa mo say e-levy na mo force na mo pass na mo ka kire say e-levy no ebe create 11 million jobs no ye pese ehu 11 million jobs no ansa na edi nkomo ana mrefi mo ka say e-levy no ebe create 11 million jobs